All right, all right, all right. Shalom, shalom, Sister Deborah, prophetess in the wilderness. And you know what? That's all right with me. Coming again on this devil platform with another message. And I will say this is going to be a very short message. I was preparing for bed and the Spirit spoke to me, a very quiet voice. And he said, Deborah, he said, in Deuteronomy 28 and 34 and 28 and 67. He say, you know what I have said unto thee. When I say unto thee, Deuteronomy 28 and 64. Let me show y'all what he gave me. This is something I went over with you all so many times. But I'm going to give it to you like he gave it to me tonight. Okay? Deuteronomy 28 and verse 34. Let me get mine. So that 34, Deuteronomy 28 and 34, so that thou shalt be mad for the sight of thy eyes, which thou shalt see. Deuteronomy 28 and 67. And it reads, in the morning thou shalt say, would a higher it was evening. And at evening thou shalt say, with a higher it were morning. For the fear of thy heart wherewith thou shalt fear, and for the sight of thy eyes which thou shalt see. That's Deuteronomy 28. Want me to tell you what he shared with me? He said those two verses is for he that can see and he that can hear. He's sending a sign. Only one going to be mad regarding the sight in which they shall see, and the fear will be there as well. He's talking about in the natural. What an individual, he's not just talking about any individual. He's speaking to Sister Deborah as one, but he's speaking to many. Why would he say, and at the sight of what thou shalt see? Do you know we are in the year of 2022 and 99.9 cannot see? And then he bumped it up again in Deuteronomy 28 and verse 67. The fear, the heaviness of the fear of what thou shalt see. Meaning when you see these things, fear gonna come upon you. He's speaking of the flesh. And he's for real. And I can feel that. Because the things that I'm seeing is not, it's almost like it's not normal. And I'm seeing this and I'm looking at it for what it is. And the hurt part is, you know that you the only one can see this. There's others, but that's the way you feel. Because 99.9 don't speak of it. Now, why would he have allowed that statement to be in there? Who is he talking about? It's going to be mad for the sight of what they shall see. He's not talking about the house of Israel and the tribe of Judah. He's talking about to the elects. They're going to live to see it. And they even in their flesh going to fear the ideal of it. It's real, y'all. And I thank him for including me and not excluding me. I thank him tonight. I thank him from each and every night he has given me to live, to be able to be the one that was chosen to speak on this sort of matter in this day and time. Because I've heard people in and out. You hear people 1 minute, they want to say, well, this is what took place before the foundation of the world. And then the next minute, oh, they doing this, and I don't know why they doing this, and they doing this. You can tell when people are riding the fence. But Sister Deborah, I take on that part in Deuteronomy 34 and Deuteronomy 67. That's me in there. That's me. And I also can be found in the whole chapter of uh, Psalms 18. I was given that as a young girl. Mhm. That's how many years Psalms 18 was applied to me as an individual. The Father had given me that. I was a teenager. He said, this is you right here. So I'm just going to end this here. I just wanted to say to you all, if you just think for just 1 minute, just think, who is he talking about? You're gonna go mad at the sight of what you shall see. Who is he talking to? See what I'm saying? See, he know who he talking to. He even lets you give you a warning how what you will see is it comes what because you know the madness of it, the fear is going to be there. It's there. It is there, you guys. And I grow madder and madder each day because I'm looking at this here and I'm wondering why is it these people can't see this? You see, they're not going to see it. It's going to come and go. They're going to stand and they're going to fall. It's going to keep going still everything according to the way it has been prophesied. So one of the biggest madness that I can see at the sight of what I see is to believe after 400 years, past 400 years, a people is blind as it's to the curse itself. That's the sad part. All these things that these here elite Jewish people or whatever are saying to these Hebrew Israelite men, they should be able to. They should be able and keep it running, but they can't because they have not heard spirit and truth. They have not awakened to spirit and truth. So that's why they out there battling, and then they don't have no other men that has come to any spiritual knowledge to support them and say, hey, fella, it's no need in being out there. Solomon said it's worthless. Come on in and understand this thing. They won't get them to understand it. They won't even lead them in that direction. Instead, they'll jump on their side to try to fight against what you cannot be. It's nothing in Deuteronomy 28. It's nothing he said to Abraham. It's nothing he have said throughout times warning us that we will be in a situation like that. But you know who he's also who the warning went out to? The elects, those who can see and those who can hear. That's why it says in Deuteronomy 28 and 34, you're going to go mad because you're going to live to see it. That's what they're saying. And he's talking to his elects. He ain't talking to the house of Israel because they can't see for seeing. They can't hear from hearing. They caught up in too much in their flesh. You hear the men and the women, it's just as worse. They want to straddle the fence. No one wants to just stay on one side. Hallelujah. I never thought of it like that. Nobody just don't want to stay on one side. That's on the higher side. They can keep going side by side, jumping one side of the fence and going to the other. And it keeps people caught up in their messages because they want to give them the world on one end. Then they want to try to jump in some little spirit here and then go back over here. The people just going back and forth with them. So Sister Deborah say, I just wanted to share with you all the spirit of the Most High said, you know, I was talking to you regarding Deuteronomy 28. I was talking to you. Then he said, drop down to Deuteronomy 28 and 67. I'm still yet talking to you. I love him. That's so sweet. That was so sweet for him to leave that for me and to me. Just to let me know, you're going to be okay. Keep running that race. You've been perfect in your own lane. Don't go to neither side. Just stay in your lane. Because, see, there's got to be a victory without a doubt. And there's another sad part of Forest of Madness, because you're sitting back and you're watching everybody, and you don't have not one person that's teaching this thing in spirit and truth. No one cares about Deuteronomy 28. And that's their every move is in that end game. You think that they would ever realize that they're going to be destroyed? Here, the end game. And another thing, I never hear anyone talk about it. I never heard anyone talk about it. So it leads me to believe, if I have not heard it, then they'll never find their way. They'll never find their way. A lot of them going to find their way in chaos, dying by the sword, using their mouth to think that they can defeat the curse itself. See, we can think that, and we can manipulate our minds to think we're fighting against the Gentiles and heathens, the way they treating us and the way they doing it. We're fighting a fight against the Most High Ahaya. We're fighting against Ahaya. We're not fighting against the heathens for our rights. We're not fighting against the Gentiles because of what they're doing and what we're not looking. We are so against the curse itself that we fight against Ahaya. So Sister Deborah said, I did a long video earlier. I have no more to say, but I will cover a topic regarding the Gentiles and the heathen and what Ahaya has prepared for them tomorrow. So Sister Deborah, is going to go on to sleep. I just thought that was so sweet for him to let me know that keep in mind at all times that, you're going to go mad, and the blessing in it is, I told you so. So I think that's so sweet. I love the Most High Ahaya. I thank him for just the way he takes care of me, you guys. He keeps me clothed in my right mind through the Spirit. And I thank him so much for just sharing things with me, talking to me, just so I won't be so far out to where he can't wheel me in. And even if I do go far out, I already know he has my rope. I couldn't drown. He got my rope, y'all. Yeah, he'll wheel me in. So I say unto you, have a relationship with the Most High Ahaya. And I don't mean a fake one, like many of you all have. You have a lukewarm, fake relationship. You don't believe in going into the closet to get the anointed, to feel the anointed. You don't believe in anything spirit and truth. It's just a word that you feel you could just say and carry around. But spirit and truth is the real deal, y'all. So Sister Deborah, said, okay, it's time for me to go to bed. And I say, shalom and shalom.